Out of My Mind Games has a title I saw, and now I want to tell you about it. Stonesaga. This is for 1 to 4 players, ages 12 and up, and should take you between 60 and 120 minutes to play. Stonesaga is a cooperative, campaign-style survival crafting board game set in a unique, persistent world shaped by your choices. It is designed by Max Brooks, who's designed Star Wars X-Wing 2nd Edition, Legend of the Five Rings role-playing game with Luke Eddy, the designer of Star Wars Legion. This game involves generational storytelling, cooperative survival, crafting and building, exploration and discovery. This game is designed for drop-in, drop-out play and flexible playgroup availability. Stonesaga can be played by one group from start to finish, played with a rotating cast, or even passed between groups seamlessly. Components are sometimes permanently altered, but never removed or discarded entirely. That is what the publisher has to say about their title, and this has caught my attention. The idea of this primitive tribe, this simulation of life and evolution, so to speak. Yeah, let's take a look at this. I enjoy the fact that this game is playable as solo or as a cooperative team game. The idea of all of these things that it's talking about that are added in here, the idea that this is a game of survival, it's of crafting, exploration, it's of storytelling, it's a generational game for a board game. Now this sounds like a video game to me, and they've accomplished all this, they say, in a board game. Well, I want to experience this. The idea that through a board game, you're watching your civilization, your people, as they advance, as they change. You get to watch your people age. You get to see your society itself grow, evolve from one session to the next, being the time marker, the epic markers, so to speak. This sounds epic! Looking further into this game, seeing what others have been talking about it, reviewing about it, showing about it, I really enjoy the fact that this resource management part of the game seems to be set up in a style of mini games. Mini games, like push your luck style little mini games inside this larger game in order to get these tasks done. Now, we've seen this in other games. I love it in the Horrified series, so I'm sure that it's going to have a style that would seem to work, because this mechanic has worked in the past. So that's another reason it's in a checkbox with me. The world itself also seems to be alive, because I'm reading and hearing these things about these ominous, mysterious omens that are going to be appearing throughout the game, and that are telling you this sort of secret, this hidden story that you're going to get a chance to decode and understand. That, for a board game, again, I keep insisting on that, because so many of these things that we're talking about here are not generally necessarily known to be found in board games, but are part of video games. So again, that means a lot, I think. During the course of each generation, there's going to be a crisis. So something is going to happen that has to be dealt with. And that is the core, it seems, of each generation, having to deal with this crisis and the consequences of it. I'm loving that. Everything I'm reading, seeing, telling you about this board game is so catching my attention. You know, and the idea that this is a seamless game in the sense that you do things, you set things in motion, you play a generation, and you don't have to rush back to it. And as it was saying in the publisher write-up, not even the same group of players. It could be interchangeable because that previous generation is done. See, I can understand the theme of that. That actually makes sense to me, playing each generation almost with different groups. Because things change from one generation to another as things evolve and grow. Everything about this game just seems so damn interesting. So don't take my word for it. Go look up your own information. If you can find some playthroughs of this, beautiful. They'll be the best way to help you decide whether this is something that's really, truly going to catch your attention or not. So please, from Out of My Mind Games, go look into Stonesaga.